Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, Treasure Map Who's Who is here, and in today's video we're doing our playthrough, talking about each mini-boss stage and the final boss stage in the New World League. So with that said, let's dive on in. Now, as you guys can see, I have actually been playing Treasure Map. We've been the homies over in the Discord. If you guys want to join the fun, link in the description. Make sure to head over to the Discord. And while you're down there, don't forget to belt a like on this video. Hit the big red subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And just like you guys see over here, hit the bell notification so you get notified when we stream. And in the description, hit me up with a follow over on Twitch, because we might stream over there. Who knows? We'll chop and change a little bit. See who the real ones are, you know. But in today's video, we are going through our playthrough of Who's Who. Now, this particular treasure map doesn't seem too challenging. The mini-boss stages, when I was building the buildable teams and my teams, well, shout out to Sam for Sim's teams, didn't seem all that much. But nevertheless, it seems like everyone's kind of in the same boat of sort of taking it very chill until New Year's. With New Year's around the corner, it's a very competitive time. A lot of people like to summon there, and a lot of people aren't summoning here. So I do understand that a lot of people don't have all the boosters and stuff like that. For myself, this is the team we're running against Who's Who, the Intrusion. Basically, we're just rocking the recommended boosted list. Jinbei, double Jinbei captain with the 2 treasure map rare recruits. And then we're using Olin and Otama as well. Not that those 2 units matter too much, but they're just kind of there. On turn 1, we're going to get cooldowns for Strength, Psi, and Int, which is always fun. And then on stage 2, we actually come up against Who's Who. Now, Who's Who is going to be a Psi unit that gives us a full border unfavorable slots. He has 5 turns of damage reduction and gives us paralysis on our left column, middle, and bottom for 5 turns. So utilizing one of the super types here, we can get around that. We also get special rewinded on our right hand side, so we can use our friend Captain Jinbei there. And then you can use Otama for an orb boost. You can use Big Mom for the conditional boost and all those shenanigans. But at the moment, it really doesn't matter too much. We can kind of just kill here. But we have a lot of other options for damage. As you guys saw there, we have an orb boost with Otama. We have a conditional boost with Big Mom as well. Moving on to the final stage against Who's Who in his Sabertooth form. He is a Int character with 6 turns of damage reduction, 3 turns of threshold. He gives you a full border unfavorable orbs, but again, which you can't rotate. So you want to use either supports or the super class of Jinbei here. Then he also gives you 5 turns of chain coefficient reduction, as well as attack down if you're below a certain chain, which is 2.8, I do believe. So utilizing Chopper here, we can actually get around the paralysis. We get the special cooldown, and we get a chain boost. Sanji is going to give us an orb boost, as well as color affinity. And then Jinbei is going to give us the chain shenanigans. Like I said, you have Otama for the previous stage. But then you also have Big Mom here as well, if you guys need a conditional boost as well. But as you can see, plenty of damage. I even like stuffed up my second hit, and we just have heaps of damage against Who's Who here. So we move. That was the Intrusion against Who's Who. Pretty simple stuff. Now we can just make our way through to the mini-boss fights. Now, there are a lot of strats to sort of take down the mini-boss stages. You can easily utilize wave clearers. Characters that do fixed damage through normal attacks only is a really, really good shout. Stuff like Roger and Zoro, those characters are very, very good because they do the million fixed damage. And that way you can sort of just destroy mini-boss stages. And that way you don't have to worry about actually fighting them at the end. You can actually meet them on the map. As you guys can see with the map as well, for you whales out there that like to spend gems, you can actually just blitz your way straight through the center. However, I would highly recommend going on this outside path here to try and get the bento box for majority of the player base. Now, I got very unlucky with my rolls. I was really hoping to actually get this done with the last bit of stamina that I had. And unfortunately, we didn't. So, we are going to use a gem. I guess we'll sort of play as I sort of edit this video anyway, so it is what it is. And that way we can get on to the final stages. Now we're at the final bosses. We can take on X Drake first. And the team that Sim put together looks a little bit like this. We are using Yamato as our captain. And then we have Garp and Zoro from the boosted list. We also have Opera for wave clearing shenanigans, as well as Shirahoshi to keep the rainbow orbs from the start through to the final stage. On stage 1 and stage 2, you get 5 turns of cooldown for all characters on this fight. But for the first 2 stages, you can just utilize Opera. Opera is a great wave clearer when you have the cooldowns. And he usually works well for the first fight because everyone gets 5 turns of cooldowns. And with Yamato, she also gives cooldowns with the support of the Whale Shark ship. You get all those natural cooldowns. Chopper and Ulti are the recommended characters here. but we can just get around the bind on the final stage thanks to Yamato. We can use Zoro to remove the threshold. He gives an attack boost, he gives an orb boost, and then with the VV support, we can get color affinity. And as you guys will see, even looking at the wrong screen, we still have plenty of damage there. So, easy peasy stuff. Yamato has a chain boost as well. Like, Garp's a better attack booster. You have other options here as well, so it all works out very, very hunky-dory. Moving on to the next fight, we are going to come up against, I think it's page 1. Yeah, page 1. Now, against page 1, he is a quick unit, and the team that we are using is the K-Dad team. Now, K-Dad is so good for this fight. You just want to bring someone that has hunger, and the recommended character for this fight is actually Brook. Bringing Brook, he gets around the attack down. He gets around the hunger, but with K-Dad as a captain, you can literally just wave clear the first 2 stages with his super class, provided you bring anyone from his batch. So we have Okiku, we have, what's his name? Kawamatsu. Both those units are very, very good. You could even use Rare Recruit Cat Viper. That's another very good option. Kawamatsu is another good hunger option if you're using Brook elsewhere. But Brook is just so good for this fight, so I would highly recommend bringing Brook on this particular team. As you guys saw, we used the wave clearing strats to get through the first 2 stages. We get attack down on the final stage, we get hunger, and we get all orbs, or all colored orbs unfavorable. With this particular fight, literally all we need to do here is just utilize, I used the wrong special, but my bad. We just use a K-Dad special. It gives us an attack boost, it gives us a color affinity boost, and then we can just like literally just not single tap, but like double tap with Zoro. Works very, very nicely. No issues whatsoever for that fight. There's probably some faster stuff out there as well. But for me and myself, I'm going to make it nice and easy with K-Dad. Get around the attack down and just do all that shenanigans anyway. On to the next fight now. We come up against Ulti. Now against Ulti, we are utilizing some cheeky Dog Storm strats. But for this particular fight, this is where Kid and Killer are very, very good. So if you have Kid level Limit Breaks, or Limit Break expanded, or level Limit Break I think is like more what you need. You can do some really cool stuff with his wave clearing shenanigans with the super class. But for myself, we're just utilizing the Hiyori strat where we get a full board of Wano slots, and then we use Dog Storm to actually get through all the defensive effects at the end, namely the barriers, namely the threshold, and with the support of Mihawk on our Frankie unit, we can get around the resilience and the defense up, which is awesome. We have a chain lock with Izo Kiku. They're a great wave clearer, as well as Frankie being one of our wave clearers as well. And then literally on the final stage, all we got to do is pop our Dog Storm special. And with the support of Cat Viper, we can actually give ourselves an orb boost as well. Super nice stuff. And then we can just sort of go like this and say goodbye to good old Ulti. So, nice and easy there. Like I said, if you have Kid's great here as well. But for myself, I always like using Cat. I always like using Dog when I can. And this particular situation was a perfect example of that. And showing why Mihawk is the best support rare recruit in the entire game, in my opinion, anyway. Moving on to the next fight. The next fight is actually against Sasaki. So we have all the Tobi Roppo here. Against Sasaki, the recommended character is the Big Mom batch. But if you just bring Halloween Ace here, you are absolutely good. Halloween Ace and Jack literally take care of everything you need to worry about with this particular fight, and everyone else is just a bonus. Caesar is boosted for this treasure map, which is great because Caesar's a great wave clearer. And then we have Shirahoshi to give us rainbow slots that we can still carry through the final stage. Thank you to the wave clearing shenanigans that Caesar can actually provide. Once we get to the final stage, we do get attack down, we get special reverse, we get special blind. Whole bunch of nasty stuff happens. But to basically get around all of it, we just use Halloween Ace as our captain. We get rid of the attack down with Jack, and then we get an orb boost and attack boost with both of them as well. So everyone else is sort of just for like luxury's sake. However you like to run this content, like in terms of like wave clearing. If you don't like wave clearing, then don't bring Caesar. Otherwise, you can use Caesar at the end for a conditional boost. That's always an option for you too. Big Mom, she's just literally there to look good. So basically for the points, I guess. As for the mini-boss stages, obviously, you don't really care too much about the points. It's more about getting to the final stage as quickly as possible, so that way you can build up your multiplier a lot faster. The boss fight is against Black Maria. Now, the recommended characters for this are the new batch, as well as Sasaki. But for myself, I'm actually utilizing page 1. Now, the reason I'm using page 1 is because it gives me access to the ulti support, and that way I can just utilize supports for stage 2, and I don't even have to worry about popping specials. You can use Sasaki though, but Sasaki requires double special activation, so you need to make sure you've maxed out the Sasaki, and you also need to make sure that you're utilizing the 2 specials on stage 2 as well. For myself, it's kind of like can't be bothered, like I'd rather just sort of cruise, and once we get to this stage, we can remove the Despair, and we can remove the Attack Down, literally just with all of our supports. We have Smoothie, we have Tashigi, we have Cat Viper, we have Ulti, and then on our Jinbei, we have Opera. Because Jinbei does damage, Opera can remove 2 turns of, what's it called? 2 turns of Despair. And then Big Mom rotates the block orb, she removes the damage reduction, and then with Jinbei, we get an attack boost because we have a chain boundary or chain lock. It works very, very nicely. As you can see, Black Maria, she gets absolutely destroyed. And that way we can move on to final stage against Black Maria once again in her spider form. Against Black Maria on the final stage, she gives just a full board of negative orbs, 5 turns of special blind, 5 turns of attack down, she puts up 10 turns of damage reduction, and 5 turns of defense up. Sanji removes the special blind, Chopper removes the attack down and the defense up, Jinbei removes the damage reduction, and then to rotate all those nasty orbs, we can actually utilize the super class of Jinbei as well. Page 1 is a higher orb booster though, so you can use him on turn 2 if you like. But Sanji will also give an orb boost, and as you guys can see, still no issues whatsoever. So that's going to wrap up the video. That is the playthrough against Treasure Map Who's Who. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down there and belt the like button as always. If you are new to the channel, you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on the streams like these beautiful people right here. And head down to the description for the Discord and Twitch. Hit me up with a follow over there as well. But most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. Stream, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Most importantly, like I said, enjoy your day. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later!